Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. So I recently watched the movie Aladdin. Now, I'm sure most of you know the story by now, but for those who don't, in a nutshell, it's the story of how a poor boy by the name of Aladdin, how he finds a magical lamp, which inside houses a genie. Now this genie agrees to grant Aladdin 3 wishes. Now one of these wishes ends up being used to turn Aladdin into a prince. Now I'll let you watch this, the movie to find out how that turns out. But then it got me thinking, if I was in that position, if I was granted 3 wishes, what would I ask for? Perhaps a new car or a house? There's heaps I could think of. But then another thought came to me, specifically a story from the Bible. In 1 Kings chapter 3 and also in 2 Chronicles chapter 1, God grants the king of Israel, King Solomon, any wish. He says to King Solomon that he could ask for anything and it would be given to him. Imagine that. Imagine the king of the universe, the God who created everything, telling you right now you can ask for anything and he would give it to you. Now Solomon, as a king, could have asked for many things. He could have asked, for instance, to be the richest king, to set his nation apart from all the other nations on earth. Or he could have asked to be the most powerful empire on earth. But he didn't ask for any of this. Instead, he asked for wisdom to lead God's people. Now that's remarkable. Not only did he ask for something that not many people would have asked or even thought of, something that doesn't benefit him personally, but he also humbled himself to call the nation of Israel God's people, not his own. His exact words in 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 10 were, "Who can judge this great people of yours?" Not his own people, but God's. In other words, he gave away his wish and submitted to God's plan. He wanted to lead God's people properly and with wisdom so that God's plan for the world, which he promised to bring about through Israel, could be fulfilled. He wanted God to be glorified and for his people to be led correctly. Now let me ask you a question. If you were granted one wish right now, would asking for wisdom to fulfill your duties as God's servant be your first thought? And with Solomon's story in mind, would you still choose to use your wish in that way? Or would you wish to be a prince like Aladdin did? To have all the wealth in the world, to get the dream house, the dream car? I think that unfortunately most of us would choose the latter. There would be too many other things that we would want in our own personal lives. But as followers of God, we can't do this. We must not put our own will before God's. I heard a message a few months ago, and one point really stuck with me. Like we learned many years ago that the sun doesn't revolve around the earth, we too must realize that in our personal lives, God does not revolve around us. We must revolve around Him. We need to love God with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our strength. Nothing less. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like down below. And please share this video with family, friends, and with anyone that you know, because you never know who needs to hear this message. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, until next time, see ya.